Welcome aboard. Have you ever paused to consider the silent symphony of safety that plays out every single second, high above our heads and right here on the ground? From the moment you contemplate your journey until you're safely reunited with loved ones, an intricate web of dedicated professionals and cutting-edge technology works tirelessly. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the extraordinary measures that make air travel the safest form of long-distance transportation. Your safe journey begins even before you reach the boarding gate. As a passenger, you play a vital role. The first step is presenting valid identification. This isn't just bureaucracy, it's a critical layer for authenticating every individual on board. Passenger manifests are meticulously managed, ensuring accountability. Next, the security checkpoint. This isn't just about finding sharp objects, it's a sophisticated process employing advanced scanners, K-9 units, and highly trained personnel to detect everything from explosives to undeclared dangerous goods. Remember, cooperating with security, declaring liquids, and presenting electronics as requested helps keep the line moving and everyone safe. That short demonstration by the cabin crew, it's not background noise, it's life-saving information. Pay attention to seatbelt operation, emergency exits, oxygen mask deployment, and life vest use. Knowing these steps can make all the difference in an unlikely emergency. The cabin crew are your safety officers in the sky. Their instructions are non-negotiable. Whether it's stowing your luggage, keeping aisles clear, or remaining seated, their guidance is paramount for your safety and the safety of everyone on board. If you see something, say something. Any unusual behavior, unattended bags, or suspicious items should be immediately reported to airport staff or cabin crew. It's a simple act that can prevent a serious incident. What travels beneath you is subjected to equally stringent scrutiny. Every piece of checked luggage undergoes multiple layers of screening, often using sophisticated CT or computed tomography, scanners, and explosive trace detection technology. This process is designed to identify prohibited items, explosives, and other threats. Air cargo is a massive industry, and every package, from small parcels to large industrial equipment, is screened. This can involve X-rays, physical searches, K-9 inspections, and even pressure chambers to detect explosives. Documentation is meticulously cross-referenced to ensure no undeclared hazardous materials are loaded. This is a critical bulwark against smuggling and undeclared dangerous goods. Before an aircraft even touches the tarmac for a new flight, it has undergone a rigorous inspection by highly skilled and certified technicians. This isn't just a quick glance. Technicians follow extensive checklists, visually inspecting the entire aircraft, from the fuselage skin to the tire treads, control surfaces, and hydraulic lines. They're looking for anything amiss, even the smallest anomaly. Aircraft undergo staggered levels of maintenance. A checks, which are minor and performed every 500 to 800 flight hours, B checks, C checks, which are extensive and done every 20 to 24 months, and D checks, which are complete overhauls every 6 to 10 years. These involve dismantling parts, detailed inspections, repairs, and component replacements. Every flight, every repair, every maintenance action is meticulously recorded in the aircraft's logbook. Pilots and technicians review these logs to ensure all previous issues have been addressed and the aircraft is cleared for flight. The human element is, honestly, just paramount. Your flight crew are exceptionally trained professionals. Pilots don't just show up and fly, you know. They spend hours before each flight reviewing weather forecasts, flight plans, aircraft performance data, and any notices to airmen about airspace restrictions or airport conditions. They run through exhaustive checklists verifying every system, avionics, hydraulics, engines, fuel. Plus, they perform a walk-around inspection of the aircraft exterior too. From pushback to touchdown, pilots are in constant communication with air traffic control, receiving clearances, updates, and instructions. Pilots undergo recurrent training in simulators for every conceivable emergency scenario: engine failure, fires, depressurization, extreme weather. Their ability to make rapid, informed decisions under pressure is absolutely critical. While they provide comfort and service, their primary role is safety. They are trained in first aid, CPR, firefighting, handling disruptive passengers, and rapid aircraft evacuation. They continuously monitor the cabin environment for any unusual smells, sounds, or passenger behavior that could indicate a problem. In an emergency, they are trained to calmly and efficiently guide passengers to safety, administer aid, and coordinate with the flight deck. Imagine, for a moment, millions of cars on highways without traffic lights. That's pretty much what the skies would be without air traffic control. ATC manages the flow of aircraft in the air and on the ground, ensuring safe separation between planes using radar, sophisticated computer systems, and constant radio communication. From takeoff clearances to altitude changes, route adjustments, and landing instructions, ATC provides precise guidance to pilots, preventing conflicts. ATC also provides pilots with real-time weather updates, helping them navigate around storms or turbulent areas. In a mayday or emergency situation, ATC springs into action, clearing airspace, alerting emergency services, and providing any necessary assistance to the distressed aircraft. A safe flight starts and ends on the ground. Airport operations teams meticulously inspect runways for debris, cracks, and other surface damage. Foreign object debris, or FOD, can cause significant damage to aircraft engines or tires. In adverse weather, specialized equipment is deployed to clear snow, ice, or excessive water from runways, ensuring safe braking and takeoff performance. Just like in the air, ground movements are carefully coordinated to prevent collisions between aircraft, service vehicles, and personnel. Airports employ various measures, from pyrotechnics and specialized vehicles to trained falcons and habitat modification, to deter birds and wildlife from runway areas, minimizing the risk of devastating bird strikes. Nature is powerful, and aviation embraces this reality. Airlines and meteorological services use sophisticated models and radar to predict and track weather patterns globally. Flights are routed to avoid severe storms, strong winds, and icing conditions. Pilots utilize onboard radar, real-time reports from other aircraft, and ATC advisories to avoid areas of severe turbulence. Passengers are always advised to keep seatbelts fastened even when the light is off. Volcanic ash is extremely hazardous to jet engines. International protocols and specialized agencies monitor volcanic activity globally, issuing warnings and rerouting flights away from ash clouds. Aviation is a critical target for illicit activities, but layers of defense are in place. This involves stringent baggage and cargo screening, intelligence sharing between customs agencies, and profiling techniques. Technologies like high-resolution X-rays and trace detectors are continuously evolving. This is a grave concern. Airport staff and airline personnel receive training to identify potential victims, looking for indicators like unusual behavior, lack of personal identification, or signs of coercion. Law enforcement agencies work closely with airlines and international organizations like IOM to intercept trafficking attempts. Security personnel, law enforcement, and highly trained cabin crew manage incidents from petty theft to disruptive behavior. Protocols are in place for immediate response, often involving diversion to the nearest airport and subsequent legal action. These are multifaceted, reinforced cockpit doors, air marshal programs, covert security personnel on board, rigorous passenger screening, intelligence gathering, and specialized training for flight crews in responding to security breaches. While rare, emergencies demand immediate, precise action. This is a global distress signal. When a pilot declares Mayday, ATC immediately clears airspace, alerts emergency services, and provides the distressed aircraft with full priority. Pilots are extensively trained for various emergency landings, from hydraulic failures to engine issues. The goal is always a controlled landing, maximizing passenger survival. In a ground emergency, cabin crew are trained to execute rapid evacuations, guiding passengers efficiently to emergency exits and slides. They ensure order and assist those needing help. For major incidents, international SR protocols are immediately activated, deploying specialized teams and equipment to locate and assist. Aviation safety is a commitment to perpetual improvement. Every incident, no matter how minor, is meticulously investigated by independent bodies, like the NTSB in the US, AAIB in the UK, or DGCA in India. Their sole purpose is to determine the cause and issue safety recommendations to prevent recurrence. Airlines and regulators collect vast amounts of flight data, from flight recorders to operational parameters, to identify trends, predict potential issues, and proactively implement changes before incidents occur. Organizations like ICAO, the International Civil Aviation Organization, and IATA, the International Air Transport Association, set global standards and facilitate information sharing, ensuring consistent safety levels worldwide. While sensationalized incidents often grab headlines, the reality is that flying remains incredibly safe. According to the Aviation Safety Network, which is a respected source compiling accident data, the number of fatal commercial airline accidents has shown a significant decline over the decades, even as air traffic has dramatically increased. For example, in 2023, there was just one fatal airliner accident involving commercial flights, resulting in 53 fatalities. This is remarkably low, given the millions of flights globally. In contrast, 2014 saw 21 fatal accidents. It's not meaningful to list countries with the highest or lowest number of major crashes globally in recent years, as these are extremely rare events, and a single incident can skew short-term statistics. Safety is largely uniform across major airlines adhering to ICAO standards. Instead, focus on regions with high traffic volumes like North America, Europe, or Asia Pacific, which by sheer volume might see incidents, but their safety records per flight are exceptionally high. Thousands of non-fatal incidents like bird strikes, minor mechanical issues, or turbulence injuries occur globally each year. However, the vast majority are safely resolved without serious injury or catastrophic loss. Official reports from agencies like EASA or the FAA provide detailed breakdowns. These incidents serve as critical learning opportunities for the industry. Again, specific country rankings are not typically released for minor incidents in a publicly digestible format, as the focus is on systemic safety improvements rather than national comparisons of very high-frequency, low-consequence events. Post 9/11, global efforts have drastically reduced successful commercial aircraft hijackings. While attempts still occur, they are extremely rare, and the success rate for hijackers is virtually nil due to reinforced cockpit doors, air marshals, and stringent passenger screening. The 1970s saw the peak of hijackings. The number dropped dramatically in the 1990s, and after 2001, modern aviation security has made this a statistically insignificant threat. Customs and border control agencies around the world report hundreds of thousands of seizures annually, both by passengers and through cargo. Exact global numbers are hard to quantify as many attempts are interdicted and much goes undetected. Smuggling is a high-volume, low-detection rate crime. Countries with major international airports and trade hubs like the USA, Germany, China, or the Netherlands due to ports will naturally have higher numbers of interdicted smuggling attempts simply due to the volume of traffic. Developing nations with less robust enforcement might have a higher rate of successful smuggling but lower interdiction numbers. The International Labor Organization estimates that millions of people are in forced labor or forced marriage globally. While air travel is a method for trafficking, precise figures for air-based trafficking attempts are extremely difficult to pinpoint due to the clandestine nature of the crime. Airports are key interception points. Many cases go unreported or undetected. Awareness campaigns and training for airline staff are increasing detection. It's not about country numbers but about vigilance. Incidents of unruly passengers and minor crimes like theft from overhead bins occur regularly on flights globally. IATA reported over 600 incidents of unruly passenger behavior in 2022, though this is a fraction of the total flights. The vast majority are disruptive behavior rather than serious criminal acts. Disruptive behavior is a common issue for airlines globally, with no single country consistently dominating statistics. Sadly, some of the most tragic incidents are a stark reminder of the absolute necessity of following every safety protocol. The crew failed to de-ice the aircraft adequately and did not activate engine anti-ice systems, leading to ice accumulation on the wings and engine sensors, providing erroneous thrust readings. They also failed to abort takeoff despite clear warnings. The Boeing 737 crashed into the Potomac River shortly after takeoff during a snowstorm. 78 people died, 74 on the plane and 4 in vehicles on the bridge. Critical pre-flight de-icing procedures, adherence to engine anti-ice protocols, and decisive action to abort takeoff when abnormal conditions were evident. A catastrophic series of miscommunications, human error, and a lack of adherence to standard operating procedures. The KLM captain initiated takeoff without explicit ATC clearance, partly due to dense fog and a blocked taxiway forcing planes to taxi on the runway itself. 2 Boeing 747s collided on the runway, resulting in 583 fatalities, the deadliest accident in aviation history. Clearances not confirmed, procedural deviations in low visibility, communication breakdown between cockpit and ATC, and between the two aircraft. This led to a significant global re-evaluation of cockpit communication and procedural discipline. A poorly designed cargo door latch mechanism, combined with improper closing procedures by ground crew and a failure of the flight crew to recognize the door, warning lights significance. The cargo door detached mid-flight, leading to an explosive decompression that severed control cables. The McDonnell Douglas DC-10 crashed, killing all 346 people on board. Design flaw not adequately addressed, ground crew failed to ensure the door was properly secured, and the crew misidentified the warning light, delaying critical action. This led to significant design changes for cargo doors. These tragedies, while heartbreaking, fundamentally reshaped aviation safety. Every accident serves as a brutal lesson, leading to new regulations, better technology, and enhanced training, making flying safer with each passing year. From the moment your ticket is scanned, to the intricate dance of ground crews, the vigilance of pilots, the calming presence of cabin crew, and the unseen guidance of air traffic controllers, every step is a testament to an unwavering commitment to safety. So the next time you soar through the clouds, know that an entire industry is dedicated to one single goal, bringing you home safely every single time. Safe travels.